All right, fucking A. Fucking phone discontinued. I wish I could edit shit together, but I can't because I'm useless and I don't care. And I probably could figure it out, but I don't fucking want to. So fucking reference the other one. And now this is Bill Burr and goddamn fucking phone fucking fucked me. And now I have to hold it because I don't want to fucking lose it. Okay, so Bill Burr did a bit about yeah, his dad. Okay, this is the thing. His dad would be like, they would just like snap sometimes. I don't know why I ever married a goddamn. And just get in the car and just back it, back it out of the driveway and have it into like fifth gear by the end of the block and do something and then just come back like 5 hours later and be fine and stuff like that. And that would be his dad and stuff. He would just blow up and come back. And otherwise, his dad would be great, most of the time and stuff. That's not my dad. No. My dad would always be, my dad would have the line of, you don't know how good you have it. He has that kind of line. You don't know how, you don't know how lucky you are or some shit like that. And my sister would always say that he thinks he's a great dad. And I know he thinks he's a great dad because he told me, he's like, I'm a great dad. I'm like, really? And he always says, I'm not an asshole. And I am just like, dude, no one gets to judge for themselves if they're an asshole. Like, I don't think I'm an asshole, but I kind of do think I'm an asshole. At least I'm an asshole some of the times, all right? I know I'm an asshole sometimes. I know I'm an asshole sometimes. But in general, I don't think I'm, generally speaking, an asshole. But still, that is not a characteristic that you get to decide for yourself, right? It just isn't. It's something that everybody else judges for you. Like inherently. Like it's attractiveness. You can think you're really attractive. You can look in the mirror and be like, I am fucking sexy. But if everybody else looks at you and goes, damn, that is one ugly motherfucker. Yeah, you might be sexy to yourself, but that's a very, very, very huge qualifier on that statement. Like, basically speaking, you an ugly motherfucker then. So, yeah, like, I'm not an asshole. I'd be like, yes, you are. If 100 out of 100 motherfuckers that ain't you say you're an asshole, I got news for you. Yeah, you're an asshole. Just because you live in a different universe than everybody else in the world, doesn't mean reality doesn't affect you. So, yeah. So like I said, I don't think I'm an asshole, generally speaking, but I know I can be a dick sometimes. And it kind of like, especially after some shit comes out of my mouth, I'm like, ooh, that sounded kind of fucked up. Like, do I run with that or do I try and be like, that is something that I gotta try to backtrack on a little bit, or you know, throw something on top of that in some way and kind of cover up, make it look a little sweeter. Sometimes you just say some shit and it's just like, oof, that is something that should not have been said. It's like, you just gotta double down on it and be like, all right, we're rolling with this and hoping half of the room agrees with me. Just, you know. All right, I said something really racist. We are trying to go with this and maybe make a joke out of it or something. I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I had. I also don't think I'm racist, but you know, I am. I like to say, this is something I like to say about racism. Everybody in America is racist, and if you're an American and you know a natural born American, you lived here and everything. If you say you're not racist, I say you are full of shit. You lived in America your whole life. You're like, I'm not racist. I'll be like, you fucking racist. It's just a matter of degree. That's all. And like everybody in this country is fucking racist. It's okay. It's okay to be, you know, a little racist when you cross that threshold where it's like, I don't like them fucking insert. They need to get out and you just start throwing these kind of. It's just like, all right, well, you know. It's like at that point, then it's like you're crossing that point where it's like, all right, we got a cross on your head, and it's got these little lines that are going off the ends. You know that one symbol. Yeah, you got that one symbol on your head. Yeah. We can make it permanent with some ink. Yeah. Right? We could do that. It'll fit you really nice. Maybe put a couple skulls on either side of it. A little handprint with an arm. Right? But you know, if you're just kind of an average white guy and you're like walking down the street one night, you're like, man, I'm gonna cross. There's no reason. I'm just taking a walk, and I gotta go over there because I'm going to the convenience store over there. That's all. It's not because of that guy over there. Sure, he just happens to be bigger than me and stronger but I mean, oh, sure. I mean, he's black, but whatever. It's not because of that. I need to go to the grocery store and pick up some creamer for tomorrow when I get up and drink my coffee. before it closes. Yeah, that's what I need to do. And it's so close. It's only 1.5 miles away. I need the exercise. Oh, but I forgot my keys. So now I gotta go back and get my keys. Well, since I'm getting my keys, maybe I'll just drive them. That kind of shit. Everybody in America, we all got the 10, the 5 to 25%. It's cool. Just admit it. Admit it, maybe work on it, maybe don't. Who gives a fuck? Just don't let it get to fuck them immigrants. Them fucking immigrants. Get the fuck out of our country. You're not doing anything useful for us, you fucking gangs. Bringing drugs and rapists. Alright? Because, them Irish people did that shit in the fucking 1910s. Fucking drugs, rapists, goddamn worthless sons of bitches with them fucking Irish Culvers. And fucking useless German bullshitters. Not to mention the Jews. Oh, really? Yeah. There's those useless Chinese staying here after they built that fucking railroad. With the Ching Chong Chang. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Oh well, whatever. I mean, Although this time, it's kind of weird. It's like, you want how many of them out? What percent is a good percent to keep in? Because there's nothing that's being said, really. And there are farmers that have gone on video record are like, my farm is gonna go out of business. Nobody's gonna pick it. Nobody's gonna do this. Nobody's gonna do that. I'm not gonna have any extra work. I'm not gonna have any seasonal labor to do anything. It's like, yeah, you're not. You're gonna have to hope that all that automated farming technology that's coming around the bend, or at least supposed to be coming around the bend, is actually coming around the bend. Because there is some, but I mean, as far as I can tell, it's at this point, it's kind of only at the assisting point. It's still kind of in the lab and in the, oh yeah, we have an acre that it can use on, and it's like, it costs like 20 times to do that as to hire, well, let's call them pseudo slaves. Migrant labor. Oh, what a cute word for people that will work for shit. These nice carve-outs for sub-minimum wage labor. Well, we'd like to pay minimum wage to everybody, but Americans would like to pay $1 for 3 pounds of strawberries. So, fuck it, we just won't pay people minimum wage to harvest what is necessary to, I don't know, eat. So fuck these people And, you know, and even paid minimum wage to do that fucking work, I don't think a lot of people would do it because I wouldn't. I would rather work in the gas station, which is what I did. And, yeah, I mean, because it's hot enough outside right now. And add, you know, 10, 15 more degrees to that, fucking sun, maybe some humidity, and them having quotas and shit, and them being like, well, we got like 15 days to harvest. I'm only having you for those many days, and then you can get the fuck out of here because I don't need you anymore, and go fuck yourself. I'm not paying you anymore because I'm only paying you for these days, and there's no job security. You don't get paid for anything else, and go fuck yourself. And if you hurt yourself, I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you for this, not paying you for that, not paying. No, no, no. It's just like, great. I don't know, maybe the harvest, maybe crops are, you know, this one's harvest, this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't know, maybe it's alternated. I don't know how any of this works because, you know, I'm a city suburb boy and farms. I would rather burn a farm than work on one. So, yeah, it's just, I had a dream. I don't know why this just clicked, but I had a fucking dream about, God, that's fucking weird. I had a dream about being on a ranch last night. That is fucking strange. I just remember that. Boy, that's weird. I don't want to go into details, but so, anyways, my dreams are weird. That might have been a cool basis for a setup. Anywho, all right, I'm just gonna put this in the end of the video. I had an idea for a weird, I don't know I don't know what anyone would want to do with this idea, miniseries sitcom. Because I don't know how long this would last as a sitcom. I would say it would probably last only one season because I don't know how to stretch. I don't know how to stretch this out more than one season of like 10 episodes. You know, 10 plus or minus. Let's say 6 to 16 episodes. I don't know how to really stretch it into more than one season, but anyway. I was thinking about like technology and all that stuff, and I was thinking about the thought of Amish people came to mind. I'm like, you know, even Amish people, I like saw videos and stuff. Amish people use like some technology now. They use like power drills and some stuff like that now when they're building new buildings or new additions to buildings. They do use some very modern technologies. And like very modern communications. Like if somebody gets injured, like very badly injured, they will call like a nearby hospital for help. So it's stuff like that they'll use. So anyways, on that, with that knowledge, I was like, all right, Here's the premise for the show. We advance our world like 25 or 50 years, and maybe 100. You just pick a number. And the whole rest of the world is this more futuristic place. And you just kind of go around and you can make whatever, flying cars and all the skyscrapers are blowing and everything, every VR, all this tech that everybody is saying we'll have, right? And then you go to the Amish villages, right? And it's Jebediah and Ezekiel and all these named people. And it's the dude, a guy in Amish dress, right? And he's on a couch. And he's got his feet, just like on a stool like this. And he's watching a TV over there, a CRT TV. And it's got like a sitcom like All in the Family or something, because by then All in the Family, all the sitcoms from then are public domain. So he's just watching that or something, and he's just like slouched like there, like, and he's like, and he just goes like, "I see ya. Give me a beer." And so it's like a straight up married with children kind of thing. Or something like it's like that. It's like a straight up like 80s a rip off of Married with Children kind of deal. And they got kids and they come down and it's like their house is just like got all this like shit. All this like fucking technology that's been just discarded from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's just old. You could have like a Zach Morris cell phone that the kid is using or something, and just all this crap that is like nostalgic and stuff in there, and constantly play on all this stuff. So yeah, and that's why I say like I don't know how you would make this idea last very long, because it would just be this running trope show, but because that's the deal of that was the thing back in the era of Married with Children, Family Matters, Full House, all of that era of TV show. They ran that long and they just kind of recycled the same thing in every episode. They just did the same freaking thing, basically. It was different jokes technically, but it was kind of the same garbage over and over again. So like I said, I don't know how you're gonna make that more than one season, and even 15 episodes. It's gonna be a challenge, but still, I think doing a few episodes of that, but if you write it decent, which Hollywood is having big trouble being, funny in a creative sense right now. I don't know what's the deal with the writers, if they're just phoning it in, or some of the writers are leaving to do other things. I don't know what the deal is, but it just seems like a lot of shit is just getting very. A lot of the stuff that is being thrown out there as like, oh, this is the best. It's just like, is it the best? Because if it's the best, your best has gone down like 4 pegs. And they're also throwing like, they're grabbing like a handful of darts and throwing it at the wall, and you know, that isn't even a good metaphor anymore, because if you do that, some of them would be good, and you would only be able to have like 20 darts or something like that. So they're I don't know, they're taking like 50 people or 100 people, each having a handful of darts, and throwing them at the broadside of a barn that's, 300 feet away. And maybe one person has the strength to throw one of them, to get one of them in that barn wall, And it doesn't even hit the bullseye that's on that barn wall. It just hits the wall. Like, all right. That one's really great. No, it isn't. They all got greenlit and turned into things. That one is just in the top 10 because more people are watching it, and 4 people were watching all the other ones that are on the ground. Everything sucked. It's just, that one sucked the least. Netflix. You gotta learn how to say no, buddy. Yeah. It is an acceptable answer. And it is an acceptable answer to say no to people like Steven Spielberg or something like that. I'm not saying, say no to his next one. I'm just, that's the first guy that's the first name that I thought of. That's all. Or Quentin Tarantino. I wanted to put Quentin on there because I was thinking of a certain line from a certain movie where a person shot a black dude in the back of a car, and Quentin said a line about that black dude that got shot in the back of a car. And we all were like, not whoa about that line, but whoa about, at least I was, well, whoa, that dude's acting is green. Green as in, there are veterans, elites, regulars, and then, all right, man. Greens, draftees. I looked at that and I was thinking, and I'm not really a good judge of acting quality. I was like, maybe you should have reshot that scene. Anyways, every person sucks at sometimes. Just like Jamie Foxx. I was amazed at Django. amazed with Django. I was like, that dude can act? When the fuck did that happen? Literally. I saw Django and I was like, when the fuck did that guy learn to act? After Django, Jamie Foxx became one of my favorite fucking actors. Seriously. I was like, holy shit. He is a fucking great actor. I had no fucking idea. Who kept this from me? And I'm pretty sure that was a Tarantino film. Anyways, everybody loves when slave masters get killed, don't they? And maybe that is a great place to end the film of a fresh pair for a freshly lost. Lost. Washed. Fucking use words. Boobs.